Welcome. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We're focusing right here in Western Ohio today.
Yes, we're taking a really close look at Kettering Health.
It's a big healthcare system, isn't it? I think 14 medical centers?
That's right. And more than 120 other locations on top of that. So, yeah, a major presence.
Definitely. And our main goal today, well, it's to unpack something pretty important, is Kettering Health changing its approach?
Are they moving, maybe, from just, treating sickness when it happens?
To actually helping people become truly well. That's the idea, right?
Exactly. We see this trend where people want more control, more involvement in their own health. It's a real shift.
So the big question for our deep dive is Kettering Health making that move? Are they successfully focusing more on overall wellness?
That really is the core question, and it points to a bigger evolution happening in healthcare generally.
How so?
Well, traditionally, healthcare was mostly about fixing things after they broke. Someone gets sick, you treat the illness.
Right, reactive.
Precisely. But this idea of wellness-focused care, it's broader. It's not just about disease.
Okay, so what is it about then, in simple terms?
It's about supporting people to get healthy and stay healthy. Body and mind. Both are important.
Okay, let me try an example. Like if I catch a cold, I go to the doctor. That's the old way, treating sickness.
Correct.
But a wellness approach might also mean, I don't know, the same health system offers classes on healthy eating, or maybe info on exercise.
Exactly. Things that help you stay healthier before you get sick, or maybe help you get fewer colds, like you said.
So it's proactive, not just reactive. You're actively trying to stay well.
You've got it. That shift from reactive to proactive care is really key, and it matters for, quite a few reasons.
Such as?
Well, first, if systems like Kettering Health can help people live healthier lives, maybe people are healthier for longer. That's a huge benefit.
Makes sense. Longer, healthier lives. What else?
There's also the potential for saving money on healthcare in the long run. Less sickness could mean lower costs overall.
Okay, that's a big one too.
And maybe most importantly, it gives people, more power, more say in managing their own health.
That really resonates, especially thinking about us here in Western Ohio. Families wanting healthy kids, people managing chronic conditions.
Absolutely. A real focus on wellness could make a big difference in the community.
So Kettering Health, who are they exactly in this context? We know they're big, but what's their story?
Well, they've been around quite a while. Since 1964, actually.
Okay, so established.
Very much so. It all started with the Kettering Medical Center, which is still a really central piece of Kettering Health today.
And they're deeply rooted here, in the Dayton area, Western Ohio.
Definitely. They have a strong connection to the region. And, if you look at what they say their mission is, it emphasizes patient well-being.
Right, so the language is there, that focus on patients. Now, thinking about a big organization trying to shift focus, I always wonder about the practical stuff. Money, for instance.
Yes, the financials.
We don't have their specific books in front of us, obviously. But why is understanding their financial health so important when we're talking about adding new wellness programs?
It's absolutely critical because, look, to really invest properly in wellness initiatives, you need the money to do it. It's that simple.
What kind of costs are we talking about?
Think about it. You might need to hire new kinds of staff health coaches, maybe dietitians, people focused specifically on prevention. You might need to build new spaces or change existing ones for, say, exercise programs or wellness classes.
Right, new facilities or upgrades.
Exactly. So knowing about their finances, like how much money comes in, how much goes out, it helps us see if they actually can make these kinds of long-term investments.
So it shows their capacity to follow through on the wellness idea.
Precisely. Are they putting resources into prevention and wellness, or is it still mainly focused on treating sickness? That's a key question the finances can help answer.
Got it. So having the money is one thing, but what other kinds of challenges might a system as big as Kettering Health face, with all those different locations trying to move towards wellness?
Oh, there are definitely challenges for any large system making a shift like this. One big one is just consistency.
Consistency. How so?
Well, with 14 medical centers and over 100 other sites, making sure the quality of care and these new wellness programs are the same everywhere, that's a huge job.
Yeah, I can imagine, like making sure everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. It takes a lot of effort, training staff, setting clear standards, good communication across the whole system. It's a major undertaking.
Okay, what else?
Another thing is just keeping up. Healthcare changes so fast, right? New technology, new treatments.
Always something new.
Right. And figuring out how to fit those advancements into a wellness model, that takes ongoing work and investment, maybe using like digital health tools for tracking habits at home.
Integrating tech. That makes sense. Consistency, keeping up with tech. What about how they get paid? Does that play a role?
That's a really, really important point. The whole payment system in healthcare can be tricky.
How does it make things difficult for, say, promoting wellness?
Well, often the way it's set up, there's more, let's say, direct financial reward for treating someone who's already sick.
So you get paid more clearly when you fix a problem.
Kind of. It can be harder to get paid for the things that stop people from needing treatment in the first place, like running that healthy eating class we talked about.
So the incentives might not always line up with prevention.
It can be a real challenge. Finding ways to make wellness programs financially sustainable within the current rules, or finding new payment models, that's a big hurdle.
Okay, and anything else?
Well, we absolutely have to mention data privacy. With everything going digital, protecting people's private health information online is non-negotiable. It has to be secure.
Absolutely essential.
And then there's just the constant balancing act, providing top quality care while also managing costs. That pressure is always there for any healthcare system.
Okay, wow. So let's just quickly recap. We've got Kettering Health, a really big player in Western Ohio healthcare. Long history here. And they're talking about, or perhaps moving towards, a bigger focus on wellness, not just treating illness.
Which could mean better health for people long term, maybe lower costs down the road and more power for individuals over their health.
Right, but it's not simple. They face potential challenges like having the financial resources, making sure care is consistent everywhere.
Keeping up with medical advances, navigating those tricky payment systems, protecting data.
And just managing costs while keeping quality high. A lot to juggle.
It really is. Their stated commitment is there towards patient-centered wellness, and they certainly have the size and the history to potentially make a big impact here.
But success really depends on managing all those complex pieces.
I think so. Financial health, managing a large organization effectively, and a real ongoing commitment to changing how they deliver care.
It definitely gives us, and you listening, a lot to think about. Which leads us nicely to a final question, maybe for you to ponder.
Okay.
Do you really think hospitals and big health systems can make that full shift? From mostly treating sickness to truly helping people build and maintain wellness. It feels like such a fundamental change.
It is a fundamental change, no doubt about it. It requires, rethinking the whole purpose of healthcare in some ways, moving beyond just fixing what's broken.
To actively building health.
Exactly. Building and supporting it. It's complicated, yes, with lots of interconnected parts, but, the fact that we're talking about prevention and well-being so much more now, it suggests this shift is definitely gaining steam.
A really powerful idea to consider. Thank you for walking us through all that today.
My pleasure.
And for all of you listening, we hope this gives you something to think about regarding wellness and the role healthcare plays or could play in our lives and our community. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for joining today's chat on Your Daily English Spark. If you enjoyed this session and want to keep improving your English, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. What topic would you like us to cover next? Let me know in the comments. And don't miss our next episode, where we'll dive into mastering small talk. See you next time.